Hello. This presentation is about how to raise angel capital. My name is Michael Badham, and I'm the Managing Director of the Georgian Angel Network in Barrie, Ontario. We are a network of accredited investors who invest in early-stage startup businesses that have a potential for high growth. I have over 40 years' experience working with clients, raising capital, completing strategic acquisitions, and helping them with their divestitures, and most of all, valuing their businesses. Today, I want to talk about two things: what angel investors are looking for, and how do you go about raising a round of angel capital. You'll want to understand who all the players are, locally, provincially, nationally, and globally. Understanding this ecosystem and the role that angel investors play will help you develop a confident approach to angels. The ecosystem consists of founders, family, friends, and perhaps even fools. It consists of the accelerators and the incubators and the regional investment centers. It consists of government grants available in Canada, either the IRAP, the SHRED, or Smart Start funding. It consists of angel networks, family offices, early stage venture capital funds, the venture capital funds, and then the strategic investors. Businesses have different needs depending on where they are in their stage of development. The larger your business, the less volatile and the more assets that you have in the business. This means that as your business grows in size, you're able to access venture capital, private equity, secured debt, and even the public markets when perhaps you're ready to go public. But at the far left-hand side of this curve, you see that businesses start off quite slowly and grow slowly. It takes generally 2 to 3 years to get from start to point A, which is the point that angel investors, family offices, incubators, and government support really begins to kick in. It probably takes another 2 or 3 years to get to the stage where venture capital is interested in your business. And finally, 4 or 5 years later, private equity and secured debt can come. Remember that it took Uber over 10 years from their first angel round of investing in 2010 to go public in 2019. So who are angel investors? Well, generally they're successful business owners. They're caring, thoughtful people who enjoy the process of evaluating investment opportunities and working with founders to grow their businesses. They actually enjoy earning a return on their capital and a return on their effort. Technically, of course, they're what are known as accredited investors. These are defined as high net worth individuals, which permit them to make investments in private companies in accordance with the securities laws. And what are they looking for? Really, 4 things. First of all, investors are looking for what I would refer to as the jockey, a hungry, mentorable, energetic, smart, personable founder and leader of the business. Someone who has a deep understanding of their product and also respect for the investors. They're looking for a good horse for that jockey to ride. And what I mean by the horse is the product. The product has to have a market. There has to be a market need for the product that is much greater than a nice to have. It's actually a true need. There has to be a race plan. The jockey and the horse have to work together to figure out exactly where they're going and how they're going to take the product into the market, what the use of proceeds will be, what the next funding will look like, what the milestones and the definition of success are. If you think about our racehorse and jockey analogy, the jockey and the horse know absolutely what's going to happen throughout the course of the race. They will have thought about each of the circumstances as they round the corners, if they're in the lead, if they're behind, how they're going to get around certain horses and obstacles. They will have thought out the race plan carefully. This is akin to your business plan. And finally, investors are looking for a size and potential return that is quite high. They're not really looking for a 3 or a 10 or a 15% return. They want to see their business grow by 10, 20, 30 times their original investment. Of course, within capital, there are different flavors and many, many details. It's sufficient to know that perhaps the most important detail in any of these categories, whether it's government support, debt, or equity, people want to know how you're going to pay them back. Governments want jobs, and they need to see that if they make an investment in your business, that they're getting a return by you hiring more people. Lenders need regular principal and interest payments. They want to know that they're going to get repaid with almost certainty. And equity investors, they need an exit strategy more than anything else. And so when you think about an angel investor investing in your business, I like to use the analogy of a relay race, where the angel investors take the baton from the family and friends and work with the company to pass it over to the venture capital investors. When it comes to valuation, this is an important discussion between the founder and the angel investors. At some level, investing is simple: buy low, sell high. But the reality is that the angel investors and the founders work together to create value. And again, go back to this analogy of taking the baton from the family and friends, passing it to the angel investors. When we talk about value, we talk about a very hypothetical value. It's extraordinarily difficult to value ideas that have not generated sufficient cash flows over a sufficiently long period of time to justify any kind of discounted cash flow or technical analysis. Price is actually the negotiated value. And when we talk about milestones, really what we're talking about are things like a valuation cap that's set out an agreed upon amount at a particular point in time. A business is a combination of labor and capital, and the investment return has to be allocated in order to figure out how to share the value between the investors and the founder.